3.5 million. Asterisk that number doesn't represent bombs dropped. Asterisk it. That doesn't represent prisoners captured. Asterisk it. Doesn't represent soldiers wounded and sent home. Asterisk it. Represents enemy soldiers killed. Asterisk between 1941 and 1945, at the height of World War II, just 5 American generals inflicted so much destruction that Axis commanders were forced to rewrite their entire war plans simply because these men had entered their sector. Asterisk more than 1,100 American generals served during World War II. Asterisk only 5 produced battlefield results so devastating that German and Japanese commanders faced the same choice every time. Asterisk withdraw immediately, or lose everything. This ranking is not about medals, it is not about speeches, memoirs, or Hollywood portrayals. This is about verified combat records, documented enemy casualties, kill ratios, asterisk, and the cold, unforgiving mathematics of war. This is not opinion, this is arithmetic. Let's begin the countdown. Number 5. Lieutenant General Lucian Truscott. Asterisk if speed were a weapon, Lucian Truscott would have been one of the most lethal commanders of the war. Asterisk in August 1944, Allied headquarters estimated it would take 90 days to capture southern France and link up with forces advancing from Normandy. Asterisk German planners agreed. Their defensive strategy was built around that assumption. Asterisk Lucian Truscott shattered it. Asterisk he completed the operation in 28 days, not 30, not 35, 28. Opposing him was the German 19th Army, a force of nearly 285,000 soldiers, tasked specifically with slowing the Allied advance. Asterisk instead, Truscott's the 6th Corps moved so fast that German intelligence believed they were tracking 3 separate American armies. Asterisk they weren't. Asterisk it was one general who understood something most commanders didn't. Asterisk speed kills more efficiently than firepower. Asterisk Truscott introduced a concept that became legendary, the Truscott Trot. Standard U.S. Army march rate 2.5 miles per hour. Asterisk Truscott's order 5 miles per hour. Full combat load. This wasn't just physical conditioning, it was operational warfare. Asterisk German defensive planning depended on timing. They calculated when American units could arrive, when artillery could be registered, when reserves could be moved. Asterisk Truscott's divisions arrived 24 hours earlier than German calculations allowed. Asterisk the result, defensive lines, unfinished artillery, not calibrated reserves in the wrong place by the time German commanders reacted. Truscott was already 20 miles beyond them, attacking the next line. Asterisk during Operation Dragoon, Truscott's forces advanced more than 400 miles in 4 weeks. Asterisk German losses, 7,000 killed, 22,000 wounded, 79,000 captured, but the most important statistic wasn't German losses, it was American ones. Truscott's, the 6th Corps suffered the lowest casualty rate per mile advanced of any American corps in the European theater. Asterisk he killed more enemies while losing fewer of his own men than comparable commanders. That isn't luck, that is tactical mastery. Asterisk German officers gave units under Truscott's command a nickname. Asterisk the Ghost Army. Asterisk they would mark Truscott's position on the map, move counterforces to engage him, and by the time they arrived, he was gone 40 miles away, already attacking something else. Asterisk post-war interviews with German commanders revealed a consistent conclusion. Asterisk once we realized Truscott was in our sector, we had only 2 choices: retreat immediately or lose the entire command. Lucian Truscott never became a household name in America, but the men who fought him never forgot him. Asterisk. Number 4. Lieutenant General James Gavin. Asterisk. James Gavin was not a general who commanded from the rear. Asterisk he was the only American general of World War II who consistently jumped into combat with the first wave of paratroopers. Asterisk not after the landing. Asterisk not once the area was secure. 1st June 6, 1944. Asterisk 1:51 a.m. Asterisk AC-47 aircraft over Normandy. Asterisk James Gavin, only 36 years old, stood in the open doorway as anti-aircraft fire ripped through the sky. Asterisk then he jumped. Asterisk he landed 4 miles from his drop zone carrying nothing but a pistol, a knife, and a handful of scattered paratroopers. Asterisk by dawn Gavin had captured Saint-Mere, becoming the commander who liberated the first French town on D-Day. Asterisk but bravery alone doesn't earn this ranking. Asterisk Gavin ranks 4th because he redefined airborne warfare. Asterisk his doctrine was brutally simple: drop behind enemy lines, seize critical terrain, asterisk hold it regardless of cost until relieved. Asterisk the plan was for the 82nd Airborne Division to be relieved within 48 hours. Reality was different. They held their positions for 33 days against 5 German divisions. The cost was severe: 5,245 men killed, wounded, or missing. Asterisk but every objective was held, every bridge, every crossroads, every town. German Forces attempting to counterattack the Normandy beaches were forced to fight through Gavin's paratroopers first. Most never made it. Across 4 major campaigns: Sicily, Normandy, Holland, and the Battle of the Bulge. The 82nd Airborne engaged elements of 23 German divisions. Enemy casualties approximately 23,000. 82nd Airborne casualties 15,847. For lightly armed airborne infantry fighting tanks and artillery, those numbers were extraordinary. After the war, captured German officers were asked a simple question. Which American units did you fear the most? One answer appeared again and again: the 82nd Airborne under James Gavin. Not because of superior weapons, not because of numbers, because of leadership. Gavin jumped first. His men knew he would never order them to do something he wouldn't do himself. That kind of leadership creates soldiers who don't break, don't retreat, and don't surrender. James Gavin became the youngest major general in U.S. Army history at age 37. His principles still defined airborne doctrine today. Lead from the front, jump first, fight first. The German army learned those lessons the hard way. Up to this point, we've seen speed weaponized, we've seen leadership dropped from the sky. Now we enter a different level of warfare, where destruction wasn't driven by daring or momentum, but by calculation. This is where wars are not just fought, they are engineered. Number 3. General Omar Bradley. Stop here and understand this number. 1 million. Between June 1944 and May 1945, forces under General Omar Bradley's command killed or captured more than 1 million enemy soldiers. That is more than any other American commander in the European theater. More than Patton, more than Eisenhower, more than anyone. And yet, most people barely know his name. Bradley didn't cultivate a public image. He didn't deliver theatrical speeches. He didn't wear customized uniforms or chase headlines. He did something far more dangerous. He made war predictable for himself. And completely unpredictable for the enemy. The Germans had a nickname for Bradley's operational style. Clockwork warfare. Because his attacks came exactly when he said they would. Hit exactly where he said they would. Achieved exactly what he predicted. No chaos, no improvisation, just methodical destruction. Bradley commanded the 12th Army Group, the largest American field command ever assembled. At its peak, it controlled over 1.3 million soldiers, more than any American general in history. But size alone doesn't kill enemies. Precision does. Bradley's defining achievement was Operation Cobra, the breakout from Normandy. By late July 1944, Allied forces were trapped in the hedgerows. Casualties were mounting. Progress was slow. Bradley changed the equation. On July 25th, he concentrated 1,500 heavy bombers onto a narrow 5-mile front, then sent 7 divisions directly through the rupture. The German line didn't bend. It collapsed. Within 72 hours. The entire German defensive system in Normandy unraveled. Within 1 week, German forces were in full retreat. Within 1 month, Paris was liberated. German Field Marshal Gunther von Kluge committed suicide rather than report the scale of the disaster to Hitler. His replacement described Bradley's tempo as too possible to counter. By the time German commanders understood one phase of Bradley's plan, the next phase was already underway. Bradley repeated this pattern again during the Battle of the Bulge. While many Allied commanders initially believed the German breakthrough was a limited attack, Bradley recognized it as a full-scale offensive within 18 hours. He repositioned forces immediately. He authorized Patton's counterattack from the south. He reinforced the northern shoulder. By December 26th, the German advance stalled. By January 25th, it was eliminated. German casualties, 100,000. American casualties, 89,000. But here's the difference: American losses could be replaced. German losses could not. Bradley's final act was his most devastating. His armies encircled the Ruhr industrial region, the heart of German war production. The result: 325,000 German soldiers surrendered in a single operation, the largest mass surrender in German military history. Bradley didn't just defeat armies. He made resistance pointless. That's why he ranks number 3, not because he was aggressive, but because he never made mistakes the enemy could exploit. Number 2, General George S. Patton. Yes, number 2, not number 1. And here's why. George Patton was the most aggressive American general of World War II. There is no debate about that. Under his command, The U.S. Third Army inflicted approximately 1.4 million enemy casualties killed and captured, with kill ratios approaching 9-to-1 in some operations. Those numbers are extraordinary, but they came at a cost. Asterisk Third Army suffered over 160,000 casualties. Asterisk that includes 27,000 Americans killed, more than under any other American Army commander in Europe. Asterisk Patton's philosophy was simple. Momentum matters more than casualties. Speed and violence overwhelm defenses. Asterisk if soldiers die, they die moving forward. Asterisk that mindset produced spectacular victories. It also produced devastating losses. Patton's relief of Bastogne during the Battle of the Bulge remains one of the greatest operational maneuvers in military history. Asterisk he rotated an entire army 90 degrees in 48 hours, then attacked through snow, ice, and entrenched German positions. It worked, but Patton's casualty rates were consistently 40% higher than the average of Bradley's Army Group. Asterisk his Autumn 1944 offensive through Lorraine cost 50 American casualties to gain less than 40 miles. Asterisk the exchange ratio dropped from Patton's usual 9-to-1 to just 3-to-1. Asterisk why? Asterisk because Patton attacked fortified positions before they were fully softened. Asterisk he accepted losses as the price of speed. Asterisk Patton demanded extraordinary courage from his soldiers, and they delivered. During the Battle of the Bulge alone, 21 Medals of Honor were awarded for actions under Third Army command, more than any other battle in Europe. That bravery came with blood. In March 1945, after crossing the Rhine, Third Army advanced 55 miles in 48 hours, the fastest advance in modern military history. Asterisk the cost: 12,000 American casualties in 2 days. Asterisk by VE Day, Third Army had killed or captured over 1.4 million German soldiers, the highest enemy body count in Europe. Asterisk but it had also suffered the highest American losses. Asterisk that is why Patton is number 2. He won decisively, but his victories were paid for in American lives. Asterisk whether that price was justified remains debated decades later. Asterisk George Patton died in December 1945 from injuries sustained in a car accident. Asterisk he is buried at Luxembourg American Cemetery among his men. Asterisk his grave is marked by the same simple cross as thousands of others. Asterisk yet his is the one visitors seek out. The legend survived. The reality was far more complicated. By this point, the pattern is clear. Asterisk speed can destroy armies, leadership can harden soldiers, precision can collapse entire fronts. Asterisk aggression can overwhelm defenses. Asterisk but none of those things answer the final question. Asterisk who killed the most enemy soldiers while losing the fewest of his own? Asterisk to answer that, we have to leave Europe behind, we have to cross an ocean, and we have to confront a style of warfare so ruthless, so calculated, that many historians still struggle to describe it without emotion. Asterisk this is where war stopped being about battlefield heroics. Asterisk and became about denial, isolation, and inevitability. This is why Douglas MacArthur ranks number 1. Number 1. General Douglas MacArthur. Asterisk Douglas MacArthur was not the most liked American general, he was not the most modest, and he was certainly not the quietest. Asterisk but none of that matters. Here, what matters are the numbers. Between 1942 and 1945, forces under MacArthur's command, asterisk killed approximately 485,000 Japanese soldiers in direct combat. Asterisks captured more than 71,000. Asterisks isolated an additional 250,000 Japanese troops on bypassed islands. Asterisk those bypassed troops were never rescued. Asterisk they were never resupplied. They never re-entered the fight. Most of them died from starvation, disease, and exposure. Asterisk when you include these forces, total Japanese military casualties resulting from MacArthur's campaigns exceed 1 million. Asterisk and unlike Europe, where surrender was common, Japanese doctrine rejected it. These were not men who laid down their arms, they were men who simply stopped existing. Asterisk the strategy that changed the Pacific War. Asterisk before MacArthur, Pacific warfare followed a brutal assumption: every island must be taken, every garrison must be destroyed head-on. Asterisk that approach produced battles like Tarawa, Jima, Okinawa, each one a bloodbath. Asterisk MacArthur rejected this entirely. Asterisk his strategy was simple, cold, and devastating. We will not fight the enemy where he is strong. We will cut him off, isolate him, and let time do the killing. Asterisk this became known as island hopping, but that phrase understates its cruelty. Asterisk MacArthur didn't just bypass islands, he turned them into open-air graves. Japanese garrisons left behind had asterisk no naval support, no air cover, no resupply. Asterisk they were strategically irrelevant and biologically doomed. Asterisk they could not threaten MacArthur's advances. They could not evacuate, they could not surrender. They simply vanished. The mathematics of MacArthur *. Let's look at the numbers that separate MacArthur from every other American. General Papua New Guinea campaign, Allied, casualties, 24,000 * Japanese, losses approximately 160,000 * kill, ratio, 6.6 to 1 Philippines campaign, Allied, casualties, 62,000, including 14,000 killed * Japanese, losses approximately 336,000, over 267,000 killed * kill ratio, 5.4 to 1. Compare that to direct assault battles elsewhere in the Pacific. Iwo Jima, 26,000 American casualties to kill approximately 18,000 Japanese * Okinawa, 49,000 American casualties * MacArthur achieved higher enemy casualties with significantly lower American losses. Not because he was cautious, but because he was selective. He fought only where victory was mathematically inevitable. War as systems, not battles. MacArthur understood something many generals never did. Wars are not won by killing soldiers alone, they are won by destroying systems. Supply lines, airfields, ports, logistics. MacArthur coordinated air power, naval dominance, amphibious landings, long-range logistics across thousands of miles of ocean. At his peak, he commanded over 2 million troops, American, Australian, and Filipino forces operating simultaneously across the Southwest Pacific. This was the most complex logistical operation of the war. And it worked. And it worked. Japanese forces were forced into defensive reactions, constantly repositioning, constantly losing ground without ever landing a decisive counterblow. By 1945, Japan's military situation was hopeless before the atomic bombs were dropped. MacArthur's campaigns had already strangled the empire. The moral question: there is no way to discuss MacArthur honestly without addressing the criticism. Yes, he was self-promoting. Yes, he staged photographs. Yes, he awarded himself more medals than any American general. But war does not reward humility. It rewards results. And the result of MacArthur's approach was clear: fewer American dead, maximum enemy losses, faster collapse of enemy resistance. His strategy was brutal. It was also effective. War does not care about intentions, it only counts but the end of the war. And after on September 2, 1945, Douglas MacArthur accepted Japan's surrender aboard the USS Missouri. But his impact did not end there. As Supreme Commander of the Allied occupation, MacArthur oversaw Japan's demilitarization, implemented land reform, established women's suffrage, rebuilt Japan's economy. The modern U.S. alliance exists because MacArthur understood not just how to win wars but how to end them. His military career ended in 1951 when President Truman fired him for insubordination during the Korean War. MacArthur responded with his famous words: "Old soldiers never die, they just fade away." He died in 1964 at age 84. Final tally: the deadliest 5 *. Let's add the numbers. Lucian Truscott, approximately 57. Enemy killed * James Gavin, approximately 23,000. Enemy casualties * Omar Bradley, approximately 1 million. Enemy killed or captured * George Patton, approximately 1,400,000. Enemy casualties * Douglas MacArthur, approximately 1,050,000. Enemy dead * total, over 3.5 million. Enemy soldiers * killed by the operational decisions of just 5 American generals. That is more than the German army lost on the Eastern Front in all of 1,943. 5 men, 3.5 million dead. The final question. So now the question comes to you. Did we rank them correctly? Should Patton be number 1? Does Bradley deserve the top spot? Is MacArthur's method too cold to reward? Drop your ranking in the comments. Tell us who we missed. Tell us who doesn't belong. Tell us where you're watching from. If this documentary changed how you see World War II, hit the like button. Every like tells YouTube this history matters. Subscribe for more rankings, more forgotten stories, and more history that never makes it into textbooks. These generals were not heroes or villains. They were weapons. And history remembers weapons by what they destroy. We'll see you in the next one.